Hey, what's up? I'm Colton, and welcome back to my channel, Clogs. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different than I did in my last video, and today I'm just going to talk. I'm just going to talk and kind of introduce myself, explain where I'm coming from, how much experience I have, and explain me basically. But just a little bit of an explanation of why I'm doing YouTube, why I'm here, and like who I am. Like I said at the beginning of my last video, I'm super interested in nails and I really want to just be able to get better at them and become super talented. It takes a lot of practice and I don't have a lot of experience under my belt, but I want to be able to get some experience. And I know that that's just going to take time and time again of messing up and slightly getting better and messing up and slightly getting better and eventually, you know, becoming professional. And that's how everybody needs to be able to do that process, and I'm just kind of in the thick of it. Or I think probably more so at the beginning, but yeah. I'm not a cosmetologist yet, but I'm working on it. Like I said in my last video also, I'm working on becoming a cosmetologist right now. I've been going to school for around 8 months, I think is what it is. And I love it. Not all the aspects of cosmetology are my favorite, like cutting women's hair and also doing other things like waxing. I mean, it's all fun, but it's not all like right up my alley, like right up who I am trying to be and who I'm trying to become. So nails definitely are one of my favorite things. I don't know why. But I do really like them, and so that's what I'm deciding to kind of pursue and just like punch right out of the park and get really good at and have a profession in. So when I was deciding on what I wanted to do with the rest of my life, I was graduating high school, I was thinking about all the different things that I could do. I never knew if college was for me, if that was kind of the life that I wanted to go down. I always had kind of a really hard time in high school, and so I didn't know if that was a path that I wanted to go down, because I don't know, it's just seemed like more high school, and I didn't really like high school. So I really loved cooking, and I really loved like beauty things. I could practice cooking all the time. I loved baking, I loved making sweets, I made cakes all the time. I'd give them away to my friends, and it was a lot of fun. But something that I was always interested in was like the beauty world and cosmetology, and being a boy, I never really could grow up and have the opportunities to practice those things like I could cooking, because there's a lot of boys that cook and, you know, we have ingredients in the house, but with makeup and nails and stuff, growing up being a boy, I couldn't practice and have those things in my life. So as I was deciding on whether or not going to cosmetology school or culinary school, I really thought about that, and I was like thinking in my brain, just thinking, what would I do if I never went to cosmetology school? I would probably just think in my mind, like, what would have that been like? Where could I be in my life right now if I didn't go to that? And so I realized, you know, I can learn how to cook right now. I can watch YouTube and stuff, but I really want to be able to learn how to be a cosmetologist and learn all the aspects and get good at it. And if I don't like it, that's fine. I'd be able to go to culinary school. But you know what? I'm really liking it, so it's kind of working out. Why am I starting YouTube? So it's a funny story, actually not that funny and it's not that complicated, but I've always wanted to do YouTube, but I never really had like the means to do it. I never had like a camera, I never had a light. Obviously all this is very ghetto. My backdrop isn't completely flat, but you know what, I'm trying, and that's all that matters. But with all this quarantine stuff going on and COVID-19, I've had to spend a lot of time here at my house. I can't even go to school. As I'm sure if anybody's watching this anytime in the future or right now knows, that's exactly what's going on right now. You've been affected by it. It's worldwide. So obviously you know what I'm talking about. But I spend a lot of time at home, and I've realized like I could be doing so much more with my time. I could be getting better at something. I could be messing around with something. But I was talking to my brother about it, and my brother was like, you know what? I think you should start a YouTube channel. And I was like, that's interesting. I was like, but nobody would, like, I don't know how to edit videos. And he's like, I can do it for you. And that's what my brother does. And by the way, we'll probably put a link to his channel in the description below because his stuff is super cool and his channel's actually kind of getting a lot of views right now, so you should definitely check it out. He does reviews on products and it's awesome. Anyways, side note, go to a different thing. So yeah, anyways, that's why I've wanted to start a YouTube channel. I've wanted to be able to spend my time like useful, working, and in really like improving on something that I'd be able to, you know, push forward and get better at. Okay, next thing that I'm gonna talk about just real quickly, something that I've had to get used to being going to school for a while is being a boy in a very female-dominated industry. I know that there's a lot of boys coming into this industry and it's great. We have so many different YouTubers that are so successful and so like genius with the stuff that they make, like James Charles, Jeffree Star, Patrick Star, like all these different, I mean, those are a lot of the time like drag queeny kind of stuff, and I'm not necessarily like that. I love them though. They are so awesome and talented at what they do, and I just applaud them for what they do and how they've presented themselves with confidence is just motivating to me. But obviously getting used to me being in a female-dominated industry has taken a little bit. At school, we take clients, and sometimes I'll have like old ladies that come in and they'll be like, "You're the first boy that's ever touched my hair." And I'm just like, yeah, that's okay, like, that's cool. The clients that have been going to that school to get their hair done and stuff for years, there hasn't been a boy that's gone to that school in probably 6 years or 7 years. I don't even know. I think that's what they told me, but I don't know. So it's very interesting being somewhere where guys typically aren't. I'm normally the only boy in the building, but you know what? The girls at the school have just like taken me in, and they're super awesome, super kind. They just make me feel like another person. Like it doesn't matter. And I know it doesn't matter, but I live here in Utah and there's, you know, I love it, but sometimes there's just people that come in, and Utah's not like the rest of the world, and so they see a boy in a salon and they're like, what? Why is he there? He shouldn't be there. And hopefully I open their mind to different ideas of, you know, it's not bad for a boy to be in the beauty industry. It's not bad to have boys do nails. Like, it's great. Okay, just to briefly talk about a few other things that I do besides nails. Just briefly, I love to ice skate. I'm very musical. I play piano and violin. It's, I don't know, something that I've liked to do for a long time. I'm 22. I started that when I was in 6th grade, well, violin, and then I slowly picked up piano, and it's just been really great to be able to express myself in music, and I'm just a very artsy person, and I think that's why I like more like baking and cosmetology. I think the biggest thing that I'm learning from being in a cosmetology school is just to be honest and true to yourself. Like, I don't know whoever's watching this, but if you take anything from watching this video, it's just to be true and honest about yourself and who you are, because I was getting in a place where it wasn't very great because I was pushing all of these, you know, who I was wanting to be away, just like shoving them away, and it wasn't getting me anywhere. I wasn't learning anything about myself, and I just eventually was like, I've had enough. I want to be able to be who I am. I want to be able to do nails. I want to be able to learn how to cut somebody's hair. I want to be able to do somebody's lashes. I want to do all of these things. And I think going to cosmetology school has really opened my mind to who I actually really am. And I'm still learning. Everybody's still learning every day. And that's the beautiful thing that is associated with life, is that we just get to keep learning about ourselves and becoming better people. Hopefully, you know, we take step backs. But anyways, that is my short tidbit of this video that I was wanting to present today. Just an explanation of who I am and where I'm trying to go. Not a cosmetologist, but I'm really just trying to learn how to do some stuff, and figured I'd take you guys along the way with whoever chooses to watch. If you'd like to like this video and subscribe down below. That would help me out a lot to know if this is something I should continue to do, because I've always wanted to do it. And I would really just love the support to be able to know if it's something that I should continue to do. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.